have a quick question on this We Can Do It Wednesday. Just wondering, do you think that we dispose of our income a little more than we should? Let's talk about this for a minute, and I'll be back in a minute. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is. Good, good, good. Hope you're doing well. This is Jan. I truly love helping people to save money and more. Today, we're going to get right into it. You know what I noticed back in the old days? Now, I remember it from real life because I am of a certain age. I am 65 years young. But when I think about when I was a kid, I remember people more often than not would have things repaired before they just disposed of items, threw them away, and ran out and bought something new. I remember there literally was a place or two. Let's say that I remember once having a pair of Mary Jane shoes growing up. That's what they call them, Mary Jane shoes. They were patent leather, black leather shoes. Probably a lot of kids in my age bracket back then had this type of shoe. And the shoes were great, but there was always a problem every once in a while with the buckle. The buckle itself used to jam up and needed to be fixed. So instead of running to the store, just throwing away the shoes, they fit me perfectly. Instead of running away to the store, they were great shoes. Um, to my parents would say, let's bring it over to what they used to call the shoemaker or the repair shop, shoe repair shop. And believe it or not, even in the city, there were many, many places like that. And people would put their shoes there, get them fixed. A few hours later, they were repaired and they were good to go, just like brand new. And it cost a fraction of cost of buying a brand new pair of shoes. That was one example. How many times, even if you aren't my age, but you might have seen a classic TV show where which you would see someone sitting down possibly repairing a toaster. This is just the way it was. I'm just saying. People didn't right away get rid of things and right away buy a brand new one because they didn't like the color of the appliance. It no longer matches, whatever. But people would repair things. I'm not saying go ahead and start fixing a toaster, okay? Because that you better be a person that knows electricity or anything to do something like that. But people back then were more apt to fix something. Okay. Nowadays, if a person doesn't say, let's say somebody gets tired of a wonderful refrigerator and they want to change the appearance of their kitchen, there's absolutely nothing wrong with their refrigerator. And right away, well, this refrigerator, it's functional, it's great, but no longer matches this kitchen. Right away, they want to get rid of the refrigerator, hopefully sell it and get some money back on it and, blessing someone else who could use refrigerator. I can tell you for a fact, before I get into it, refrigerators, secondhand refrigerators sell like hotcakes. I'm just saying. How do I know? Because in the past, I sold a few. I know for a fact. A couple of times they sold like within an hour, literally within an hour. Anyway, but that's its own show. All right. Now, let's get back to why are we so quick today to get rid of things? For example, let's say you have a wonderful blouse or a shirt. You really, really, really love it. Or a pair of pants. You really, really, really love it. But would you ditch it just because a button got loose? Think about that for a second. How much time does it take to do a basic sewing repair to tighten up a button on something? Even people without a sewing machine could do this. Unfortunately, a lot of these skills, they're just not emphasized as much anymore. What is the bottom line point that I'm trying to make? The bottom line point that I'm trying to make is I think that there are still a few things that we should ask ourselves before we right away put that item out to bed to throw away, if you will. Look at it, say, if you really, really love it and you really intend to use that item and you don't want to part with it, okay? And you can fix it, or you know of someone that can, you may bring that article of clothing back to life. If it's just a loose button and you're throwing it away, I think that's crazy. I think it's crazy. Now, if you have like a really good reason and stuff like that, whatever, you only know that. I cannot answer that for you. But I think we need to be a little more do it yourself at times, a little more self reliant, and a little less let's dispose of everything at a moment's notice because we're looking at it a few minutes too long. I'm just saying. It's just, I don't know. So on this We Can Do It Wednesday, is there something in your home or apartment? Let's start with the basic thing, okay? Like like a sweater. You really like it, but one of the accessories fell off it, and that would be your reason for, not using it anymore. Ask yourself, is there any way you can fix it or maybe make it look better? Some people really love certain pairs of jeans. And jeans today, good quality ones, are not cheap. That I could tell you. Did you ever consider maybe patching up that jeans or whatever, getting new use out of it in your home or apartment or whatever, or, redesignating it for like when you're cleaning your home? And think twice before we literally throw away. We tend to throw away everything, in my honest, too fast. Now, I am not a hoarder by any stretch of the imagination. I think hoarding is anything in excess is not good. But that also includes like buying something, spending really good money, excuse me, a lot of our own hard earned money. And then all of a sudden, because we have become so disposable in our mentality, I've seen people, I'm not even kidding you. Sometimes people are just, unfortunately, don't feel like doing a laundry. I've seen people throw things out because I think in their mind's eye, the thought of doing a laundry, they just rather not deal with something. I'm not even kidding you. The thought of not even, taking care of that matter with a logical thing, such as cleaning the item yourself. Have we gotten more lazy over time is my question. Hopefully not. I mean, that would be like really sad. But we could take a look and analyze our own habits. Should we sit around and poke around a toaster to try and fix it these days? Not really, unless you're an electrician and you have no problem with it. But people like they don't, I don't agree with playing around with electrical appliances unless you know what you're doing and you are an electric person that does those things. But certainly, I mean, there are things. I knew someone that the bathroom was perfect looking. The person just got tired of the color of the bathtub and wanted to get rid of it and get a new bathtub. There are things out there of which you could give it a facelift. You could repaint it. I mean, there are things for those that are struggling with cash. I ask myself, there are ways and there are ways. Why are we so quick to be so disposable with income? Just saying, just saying. On this We Can Do It Wednesday, is there something minor that you can fix that can really save you money and give you the satisfaction of knowing that you can really do it?